when television started becoming fun for me, when I first set out on the road with two of the people who are here tonight, was that moment when it stopped being sort of an odious and undignified task of standing in front of a camera. The realization that, wow, the strange and terrible powers of film and video. I mean, it's not just words. You can use words, but that editor is incredibly important. So, what are you cutting to? What are camera angles? Music, it's enormous. You can essentially force people to feel the way about the things you're looking at. And that's an incredible thing. If I want you to feel sad about something, or I want you to notice something in particular, I can manipulate your sympathies into, hopefully, to make you feel, or at least consider the way I felt about it when I saw it. So it's a very subjective show, and a lot of what makes it work is all of those things that maybe you don't notice, but those cuts, that shot selection, those edits, it makes all the difference in the world. In a perfect show, we'll be, I'll be eating noodles with somebody who, out of the blue, will just start talking about their life and their life in that particular destination in a really compelling way. That's a really great moment, when they're not, lethal television is when they're, welcome to my, house, I'm so glad, and they do that, they tell you what they think you expect them to deliver. When people, and it happens all the time, just suddenly start talking and telling you, just going completely off into other territory, often very revealing, often very political territory, that's a great thing. A perfect look, we joke about it, but I mean it. Less me, more B is a good show. Less me, more B-roll is a perfect show. I don't have to explain. I hate explaining. The man just said it. I'm sitting in a Vietnamese rice farmer's home. It shouldn't be my voice over telling you about what it's like to be a rice farmer. It's hard work, but you know what? I don't know that really because I've never been a rice farmer. So a perfect show is one where the rice farmer, even in Vietnamese, however, in some kind of an expressive way, tells a story about themselves that gives you a sense of what it's like to be a Vietnamese rice farmer, or to have lived that life in Mekong Delta, maybe through the war, maybe not. It's sort of a little bit of a failure if I'm the guy doing that in voiceover. And it's lethal if I'm unnecessarily telling you something that you just saw in the body of the show that somebody else is telling you better or could tell you better. So that's something that we also work really, really, really hard at.